Welcome to Meet the Map. This is me, Martin, and I'm with Steve Honeyplay and Steve Rayman, wherever he's gone.
I didn't call
But
you
I'm not
Steve
Steve to
Martin.
me. Steve Martin.
Don't think I didn't think about that earlier, but I was nice.
So welcome to the live cast. This is Steve, and Steve. How are you guys today?
Very Steve, thank you. How are you?
Well, you all may be Stevie, but that doesn't sparkle with me, so honey is fine.
Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
She's Honey Steve.
So this is Frozen Warfare by Brad, who is here. Do we call you Brad?
Just call me whatever, as long as it's not cool guy.
654.
I'm gonna say
Aw.
Brad.
So whatever. This is your map.
The first thing
Yes,
I've
yes.
noticed is that the spawn area is really nice. Very attractive spawn.
I spent too long on this.
So shall we
I
just
do
kind of
like the
start?
little mini map.
Yeah, mini-maps are everywhere now.
Totally
That's
not
a good
copied
idea,
from
man.
Uncivil. Totally not copied from Uncivil, promise.
Yeah, that's an admission of guilt.
Yeah, we've got the
So-
blue lane and red lane. Standard team colors here.
I guess we should just get straight into the tour, and we should start checking it out.
Hang on, let me pull up my script.
Oh my.
The script.
You know, right now he's looking at his hand where he wrote notes in marker.
Maybe.
And they were getting all sweaty and smeared. All our TNT action earlier.
So, honey,
the map has a heart.
I've
Yes.
got huge latency on Mumble today, so we're going to have like time delay issues a lot. I can hear my voice echoing back every time I speak.
That's what she said.
I
Not
don't even
touching
get that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Okay. Settle down, children. We're going to begin the tour.
Oh, I can't see you. You're invisible. Wait a minute.
I'm not invisible, I'm special.
You're invisible to me.
You
Now I
are
see.
invisible to me.
No, we talked about that earlier, Brad. No singing. You're not allowed to sing.
Oh.
Don't make
Oh,
don't
okay.
make you. You're the map maker. We need to have a tour.
So what are we
Alright,
looking at?
This is Frozen Warfare, a 10 block wide, 351 block long race wall map. Yes, I counted. And with a 14 block gap in between, smaller than most, makes PvP special. And as you can see, we have a very standard spawn point with the wall, the levers, and no ref lever, I think. Need to add that. How did Nika get into Redstone?
They're jumping up between this glass here.
Yeah.
Fair dues. You fall down into the standard water. The drop is not survivable, so if they jump off, they die.
Okay.
And here you get the monument of monumenticity. Can you tell I'm nervous?
I like how you give them one
Not
arrow,
at all.
but then you give them an infinity bow at the bottom here.
Yep, hidden in the water. Bow and some stuff. But
Very nice.
also in the chests with the melons on top for all those beds, all that good stuff. Can you open them if you're special?
Yeah,
Aw.
we can open them.
Oh,
Oh,
and
leather?
there's a lot of leather. There's coal miner special, as Brad put it earlier, with the efficiency and fortune and such. And of course, there's just an interesting assortment throughout this whole map. You don't have any real just plain armor, plain basic stuff. A lot of enchantment things sprinkled throughout this map.
I was just messing around with enchantments and made a bunch of cool stuff. So, as you continue through the spruce forest, you can go on top if you are skilled enough to parkour off the monument, and there is a chest on top of the forest.
Golden tools. And arrows and glass and soul sand.
And one torch.
Oh my!
And the
my.
troll torch.
A single lonely torch. You can rush straight to the bridge with some basic bridging supplies, which include a speed potion and some glass. Also, there's more bows and stuff over here. You bridge across, I believe it's about 20 block gap, or you can go down into the mines and get miney things like mines and stuff.
Miney things like mine. And that's why we do the tour with the map maker, guys, so we can get really technical details.
So we got some diamond blocks here.
Yeah.
No iron. You have to swivel through the mines to get to the iron first, and then go all the way back.
And don't touch the cobblestone.
Right, because despite this
Cobblestone
beautiful heart, it's laced with silverfish.
The heart is to Vex. It's for the silverfish apocalypse.
So this is all silverfish.
Every
Yeah,
cobble
all the
piece.
all this
cobblestones.
cobble. And let
Ow.
me tell you, 1,972 silverfish all being poisoned is kind of a lag machine. So let's learn that lesson.
I know what you did earlier.
That's what Carter did earlier. I just suffered through it.
Yeah, I saw her.
That was a fun way to play with the map. Sorry, just got Skype call.
Okay.
Is there any questions people would like to ask before we continue?
Where's the closest source of iron here?
The iron blocks in the mine.
Yeah, but you gotta go past all the diamond to get to it, so you have to kind of snake your way to it and back.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice the iron here.
Yeah, so to even get the diamond, you've gotta get past all that, get the iron, come back. Although there are some interesting little chests along the way.
And they got a nice little trap over here.
Which destroys the very valuable lapis. I imagine a lot of people will be going for that because lapis is too valuable.
I did notice earlier that there is coal behind the lapis.
Yeah, it used to be a coal vein, and then I changed it and missed some.
There's some chain armor, diamond sword, and health potions in the middle of this.
Slimes!
Yeah, we've got some
Hello,
slimes
slime.
over here. Does the slime chunk on the other side too?
I don't think so, but slimes! I might have to fix you. Oh, but you're so cute. I want a pet one.
Yeah, I played Deathcraft 2 last night. Slimes weren't so cute in that, but anyway.
Okay,
There's
well,
also a gold room underneath at the very bottom.
right,
don't
that's
think
got
there's
the gear.
nothing too interesting down there, I think, actually. I think there used to be fire bows, but I took them out.
There was one diamond sword, some health potions, basic armor.
Okay. Now, to across the bridge. Woo! Appropriate sound effect is appropriate. Here, here is the tent and the first wall. Ooh, scary.
Looks like pain water without the water.
Or the pain. Instead, it's death.
Or shoots without the ladders.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought.
Yep, it's just a sort of. You have to make your way through without being shot into lava. If you have a diamond pick, you can skip a fair bit of it. But you're going to be standing there for like 30 seconds exposed. So, not too smart of an idea.
So is this lava curtain, is it source blocks, or is it just flowing lava?
No, it's just flowing, so you can place blocks without being owned.
I see a lot of health potions scattered about. I really didn't see any fire potions anywhere. Do you have some fire resist potions hidden around somewhere? Or...
There's some
No
fire
fire
protection
resist.
pants over here.
There's a lot of fire protection armor, but there's no fire resist potions.
Okay.
And no means to craft one.
Nope, no magma cubes. As much as I love them, I had to sacrifice them from this map to make it playable.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
the
so we have the-
campsite has a lot of basic tools in it. A lot of good stuff.
And I don't know if you guys noticed, but something that was pointed out earlier by Brad was you have opposite color wool in the fleecy box here. You've got black and white on the opposite lanes.
Oh, okay.
So
That
we can't
could be
say
confusing.
first wool is black or first wool is white. And of course, white is an unusual color. We talked about that earlier because it can be crafted, so nobody cheating now.
I think I'm actually going to change it in an update at some point to light grey. Because it'll still have the same theme.
Yeah.
And so, the tower, just past the tents, there is... Sorry, Skype, annoying me. There's a couple of skeleton spawners in it, there's a lot of arrow supplies, there's some fire protection armor for the first wool, and I forget if I removed the creeper eggs.
I don't see any.
shame. It was so much fun. No, you'll get them later. And also,
And not
the
only do we
enchantment
have,
table.
yeah, quite a bit of enchanted gear to start with, but you got the bottles of enchanting and you got the enchantment table too. So
Of course, to get to that, you're totally exposed to PvP again. So it's a matter of can you slip up there and get it, or are you just going to get owned trying?
yeah,
Both.
yeah.
See, the thing is, though, I see a lot of diamond equipment. Is diamond armor, is the enchanted weapons going to counteract the diamond armor? Because I know you can take a lot of hits with diamond armor.
There's a bunch of power bows around which sort of help, but diamond armor still is like a big plus. But if you can't get to the diamond in the first place, because the diamond mines are very PvP centric.
Then, of course, we've got the water version, to navigate.
This was actually originally much different. It was originally lots of vertical ones, like chutes and ladders, but I think this design worked a lot better. It's sort of... I think it's the least PvP in the map. It's mainly just, can you not drown?
I don't know, I'd have fun taking pot shots at people in here.
Yeah, and there is this little hut in case you do want PvP here. Yay. And there's a couple of skellies around, just to make it fun.
Is that a chest underneath your skelly?
Yes.
Sneaky.
Yeah, so if you destroy it, you get a bunch of iron swords and I think some leather armor. I honestly can't remember. And of course, there is the epic supplies. Supplies!
Yeah, a lot of goodies scattered all over the place. If the question for the teams to make is, are they going to take the time to go get them, or are they going to, just move on with their objectives, or taking out the other team, etc.
If you're hiding in this little PvP ladder, getting that could be incredibly difficult. So it might not be worth it. But if you're fairly unshot at, you could do it.
And you do give them 2 helmets, so, I mean, you can obviously die and lose that, but you do have a couple opportunities to make it through here with a longer breath.
I'm also interesting on the top you have these spawners on the ice, and if they try to light the spawners up, it's going to cause a mess. So.
And it's also to counteract the fact that mobs don't spawn on ice at night, so it's just...
Right.
It's not like just freedom.
Yeah, they will want to take those out, really, I would have thought.
For those of you
That's
asking
true.
in the stream, Niblet is not the one who's normally been hanging around while I stream. That would be Dawn or Sky. And Dawn was the one who liked MK skin. Niblet is their older sister. Sorry. We now return to our normal tour.
Anyway, any questions from what we've seen, or shall we move to third?
We have this trap here. It's got some beds and cake.
That trap is a lot more dangerous because there's a lot of TNT hidden under the snow. So it just goes straight across the lane and produces like a big hole.
I see it.
that goes over.
Yeah, that could
So you can get a big
make it harder to
hole.
traverse.
And there's nothing too good in the chest. A couple of cakes and a stone axe so you can get wood. And of course the Mount Killua.
I like the Bedrock Mountain, but you won't get any mob spawns on this.
Unless
It-
he's
it
hitting
was-
some spawners inside.
No spawners, it's just PvP, and this mountain went for about 50 different incarnations just to get the right angle. Because if you're at the top, you get a very, very good shot of the other side.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's very, I mean, it's almost like a honed sword. It's very shaved there, it's cut open so you can have full exposure here.
We're at Y equals 157 here. This is a tall map, making full use of the world height.
Yeah, the map was being built while the 1.2 patch came, so just like, new world height, let's take advantage of it.
Anything inside this obsidian?
Yeah, that's the third wall.
That's the wall.
I missed it too, but that is
And do you
the
need-
final Fleecy box.
Do you need to actually break obsidian to get in there, or can you go through the redstone?
You can go through the redstone. You basically just need an iron pick, TNT, creepers, something that can get through it.
And there are creeper eggs right here.
Yeah, so If you're willing to sacrifice the ultimate weapon, you can get in.
And I like the provision of feather falling 4 as well. I guess that's helpful for the return journey.
Yeah, just go jumping off the cliff.
The fall is not as survivable as it sounds.
Well,
If
even
you
a
just-
small fall looks dangerous.
That would be fun.
Of course,
Oh,
we do
man.
have the smiley face and diamond on the side here, along, in the stamp with the map, like
Oh,
our
and I-
part in the beginning.
I saw the troll chest earlier.
Yep, all the way down at the bottom, Martin.
This is not obtainable. I've had trouble explaining it to people, but this is now off the map, so you can't get down to it. Oh, I removed a sign. No.
Yeah, all that diamond. Trollololol.
Wow.
Of course, Eric argued, well, you could pour water over the edge, and as long as you can get it and swim back up.
Well, yeah.
It's hard to explain. Like, it's outside the lane because that's the end of it. It's death.
So you're not allowed. This is the end of the map. Technically, you're not actually allowed.
Yes.
I suspect there are some guys who are going to argue
Yeah.
the validity of that, because technically the only thing that we're really looking at is outside the lane is
In the
middle
center,
and
yeah.
is in the center, and of course on the outside, sheer drop off. But the back end, it's kind of debatable if people.
I think a better troll would be to move it towards the center.
Question really is
A
it worth the
floating
effort?
double-
Can you
A
even do
floating
it?
chest. Just put a floating chest in the middle of the two lanes full of diamonds.
Yep.
Yep.
I might actually move it there.
It could be worth the effort. I mean, probably with practice, a team could actually get that quite rapidly, I think.
Oh, you'd be amazed what these teams can do with practice.
Yeah.
Yes. Practice. Anyway, that's the map. Any particular ruling questions?
How much has it been played? I've heard it talked about quite a bit, so I guess there's been quite a lot of matches on it. Scrims and such.
The fat chick has a habit of getting people playing this without me noticing. So, it's been played a couple of times as far as I'm aware, and they all said they had fun, so it's got that going for it.
How long are matches usually, running on this, or have you really kind of thought about that or paid attention to that?
There was a 3v3 against two kind of PvP teams. It lasted about half an hour, which is good length, but it was 3v3, so I'd say about half an hour is a rough estimate.
Oh, we'll
Okay.
see once the match starts. So
Num versus Nika, N versus N, who will win?
I bet N will win.
Safe bet. Yeah, streamers are ready.
Gladiators, ready!
And Num is gone.
Okay, we're now final time.
They can't
So
make up
Ray
their mind.
thinks Nick is gonna win.
No.
You did.
There's
That's
an
the
N in
only
finals
N I see.
name. There's an N in there. It's the third letter,
Okay,
but it's
that's
still there.
reaching. That's reaching.
Hey, but hey, I can reach wherever I want. it's my bet.
Don't ask, don't tell policy. Now, final time versus Nika.
9 all time.
Yes. Nika did win.
Oh.
Oh, now he doesn't want to hedge his bets anymore. Yes, and of course my Nika won.
Hey, I'm just going with what you said now.
All right, so
more convenient.
cockblockers choose their lane.
Alright, so cock blockers are blue
There you
and
go.
404 is red.
On Frozen Warfare, it's Honey and Rayman and me and Martin, by the way. And Brad is here with as well.
You answered my question. I was going to say, who's me? I don't see anyone named me here. Alright.
All right, I
busted in the chest.
see the game go. Interesting, the whole you have to break a watermelon to even get to the chest. That slows you down. Everybody normally just runs right for the chest, but you have to pause a second.
It's the double
Yeah.
chest. It gives you food and supplies.
Footlockers have punched their way through the fence. Kind of thing.
Okay. And has anybody gone over the top?
Yeah, it looks like Numb.
Yep.
Numb's
Final
got the
time's
ladder.
over here too. They're both busting through the trees right now.
Yep, so they both caught the ladder and went over. Looks like there's nothing broken on CB, so... Oh, there is. They went through the fence.
Yeah,
Okay.
they went through. Gramps is in the mine.
He is just power running.
Yeah, we just broke the fence normally. Looks like Numb Feeling's about to that chest on top.
He
But
is
he's
straight
choosing
to
to
the
ignore
iron.
it.
Cork blockers, are they left? Yeah. They're
Yeah.
across the bridge, and they're currently powering forward.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gramps is sucking up the iron fast. Now, cockblockers are known to be kind of a PvP team. They're also really known for rushing. I mean, they tend to get in there and get their objectives, and they strike before you even know that they've been there.
And Nika's doing hold down on the bridge here, just like you can see in direct fire.
I was just about to say that. So much like direct fire in terms of the bridge. The team that gets across the bridge first has an advantage. Do you think that could be a problem?
I think because the bridge is quite short in retrospect, and you can just like place 1 or 2 blocks and die each time. So
yeah, but that time to die and come back is going to slow the team down.
I mean, at least it provides the blocks. On direct fire, you're actually digging up blocks the whole time, and at least they're right there.
There's a stack of soul sand in one of the chests, so if you're willing to go across slowly, you've got a stack of blocks right there.
Ooh, that's a hard compromise there. But you do give glass, etc. in the chest, so at least you're not having to dig it up. But as you can see, Nika is keeping them from even really approaching this bridge. Falakarar finally getting out there.
And yeah, Falakarar's building the safety rails so that they don't get shot off the edge. Ooh, he almost got shot off himself.
Me? I saw an F name. That was Final Time, not Falakarar. Sorry.
Nobody's going for torches, and there's enough torches for 1 on every block, basically, so it's not lack of supply.
Oh, very nice. Cockblockers have made a full safety rail to their bridge, so they can run across this and not have any fear of being shot off anymore.
Final Time is digging. Diggy hole.
You gathering blocks? What's he doing?
Perhaps. Oh, Gramps has got iron. And diamond. They've got the diamond, so they're pretty much set for quite a while. Unless they're all idiots and die with it. Which is...
Not getting across this bridge is really painful.
Yeah,
horrible right now.
Felloc is actually heading rapidly through the ice right now. I guess he has Silk Touch. He seems to be...
Yes, there's efficiency for Silk Touch.
And taking out those spawners, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of enchanted, a couple of Silk Touch ones.
Whatever pickaxe he's using is ripping through it all.
Efficiency 4, Silk Touch 1.
Yeah, that would take out spawners really fast.
Moose is in full diamond. Excuse me, Imzerus is in full diamond armor. I will get harassed if I don't correct that. And he is crossing the bridge now.
Tuffy Wuffy is, and Numb Feeling still getting shot over here by Nika.
Tuffy Wuffy was a bear.
Had no hair. Except for Steve.
Alright, Imzerus is pushing forward. Looks like he is pausing to light up the little area here underneath the tunnel. They might even try to go for that. They are so far in control of this map with them not being able to cross the bridge. They can really just devastate right now.
Looks like Gramps and Nick are just focused mainly on keeping this other team from even making any progress whatsoever on this bridge.
Felloc is at the base of the mountain, trying to set off a trap, but doesn't seem to notice you need to bring your own power supply.
Ah.
Yep, of course, Nika and Gramps just opposite sides of the bridge, just sniping like crazy. These guys are in a very painful sniper sandwich right now. Their only real hope at this point is to try to get some control. They've got to take out those opponents. I don't even know that getting diamond is going to necessarily help them, because in a bridge building prospect, all you're going to do is lose your diamond as you fall.
Well, if they get diamond, they can have a much stronger sniper, because if you see the people who are sniping back don't have
go. Oh, and Gramps has ran his diamond to Nika.
Oh, there goes my theory.
There goes the trap. So Felloc actually dug down and got some cobblestone to make a switch. Set that trap off.
As soon as Nika takes care of this person building the bridge, I believe he's going to put this diamond armor on, and he will pretty much be unkillable at that point.
Felloc is just using the ice blocks he gathered on his way across with the Silk Touch to pillar up the mountain now.
Yeah, it looks like their plan is to go for the final wool and then work their way back.
You get the creeper eggs from up here, so...
Yeah, we've got Nika over here, fully diamond out, just locking the bridge down.
Yeah, because they have completely ignored first and second wool right now.
In busy glitch.
And Feloc's using those ice blocks that he got with the Silk Touch pick earlier to actually make his path up this tall mountain.
And he's completely missed out on the chest. Sort of sitting there to get what's in it.
I think his strategy is just to get to the top as quick as he can.
Yeah, they're looking to really get the last one, and we've seen teams do that with a lot of different maps. Get the final one, or get the one that's going to be the most pain to get back out of, and then deal with the others, even if they're more PvP oriented, just to have that protection.
Yeah, because usually the final was the hardest to get in most maps, especially if it's PvP, because once you lock it down, pretty much done.
Numb
Or at least
feeling
the
is
hardest.
Punching through there. Punching through the final wall.
Numb feeling's getting the iron now. He is he's collected the iron blocks, I think. Actually, he's left 2.
Flockarar's in. He did not use the iron pick. He did have one of those enchanted woods. Just took a few seconds longer, and he has got his wool.
So what's the time for that? How long did it take him to get to that?
Not long.
Is somebody keeping track? 7 minutes.
7 minutes,
7 minutes.
37 seconds. And Nika's still over here just knocking them off. They're getting one block at a time, but it's so slow. By the time they finally cross the bridge, this game might actually be over.
Well, Flockarar just ate a golden apple, and he's down. He's going back over the ice, so I'm assuming he's going to hit the second and then the first. He may go all the way back to try to do some securing. Not sure. He may be the wool runner. We've seen that before, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to stand here and hold the bridge the whole time, let him do his thing.
Do the funky chicken.
Well, Feloc's back at the tents.
I see where Numb is. He is back in the mines. He's getting himself some armor, so he's collecting diamond right now.
Feloc's bringing supplies to Nika, so he can hold off the team even better.
So it looks like they did decide to go ahead and try to get some armor to have a better chance at surviving. And slowly but surely, final time, till he got taken out by Nika, was making a very safe, put a couple blocks in front, put a block under him, trying to cross the bridge. So they are trying to make progress, but not a lot. It's very slow going to make a full protection like that.
He had a little bit of respite there because Nika was picking up the gear that Felloc had brought him.
And you can see it's like a pin cushion out here.
Free arrows, anyone?
Creepers are being thrown over. I just saw a creeper get thrown over.
You can reach across to place a creeper on the other lane?
They dropped the egg and hit it with the knockback shovel, and it knocks a creeper over the lane.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple of shovels. Now, did they do that all the way over at the beginning area? Yes, they are. Okay. So not only are they holding them back on the bridge, but they're sending some creepers their way just for further harassment. Nice, guys.
I think they're hoping that it's going to knock out the bridge that they have built and further impede their progress.
And that is Imzarus, Gramps, and Nika all in various stages of... There was one right there, perfect. Various stages of armor, all on this side, which again leaves Flockarar. Check and
Creeper's just sitting
see.
there.
Beautiful to see this.
Ooh, the creeper almost just got those supplies.
That's going to give him a lot of blocks at least.
Now they have a pit to climb.
Yeah.
Still no effort on second or first, I think, from Court Blockers.
No, but Flockarar is collecting a bunch of... He's just the other side of their bridge and at the tent, and he's collecting a whole lot of blocks.
Probably to make his way through the wool areas.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's just getting prepped to run. It looks like we are going to see a single wool runner, and the rest are going to be full-on PvP pressure and resources.
He's lighting up all the way up to the ice area, so because it's nighttime now, so all the spawns will actually occur on the other lane.
Yeah, we saw Imzarus put some torches down, but it was not enough.
Oh, we have Weirdo trying to build a bridge below the standard bridge building area, hopefully trying to avoid arrow fire from the other team.
Be a much longer bridge, but could be worth it.
Now,
Well, apparently it's
Chaos
taking a long time for them to get across the top, so...
Soul is commenting that there should only be about 12 eggs. Actually, there are a lot of creeper eggs scattered throughout. There were 2 or 3 different chests that had various amounts of creeper eggs.
Actually, that was the old version of the map. There is just 48 at the top of the mountain now. There's no more.
Okay,
Alright, it looks
48
like
total.
their attempted bridge building has been spotted, and they are pin cushioning that hole now.
Well,
was-
they may.
Velociraptor just jumped into first. He just managed to swim around lava using the regen potion.
And he's got those blocks to go ahead and just make his way. On fire, not bothered at all, just
Looks like
continuing
he's,
to push.
yeah, that regen potion's keeping him alive. It looks like he might have fire resistance on too, because he has orange sparkles around him.
Yeah, full health. He didn't take any damage there.
I'm gonna have to look
So
into how he
they're-
got
so
fire
they're-
resistance. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I might have put them down and forgot because I do have a habit of forgetting things like that.
Okay, so there is a fire resistance potion somewhere. But good for him, and he's just got to make his way back up. Again, he's chosen to just use the blocks for a quick pillar, and you can afford to do that because there's no PvP on the other side.
Yeah, he's
If
got
both
plenty of
teams are
time.
yeah, you'd probably see more, let's stop and make ladders or something else, but with them controlling that bridge, he's got plenty of opportunity here.
So we had a third attempt at a bridge down here even further down, but Nika shut that down quickly.
And 404's lane is now quite nasty on the bridge as well. Plenty of mobs they're going to have to deal with.
Oh,
And
another
dark.
404 got knocked off. And there's a creeper standing right at the end of the bridge that they've happened to build, so when
Yeah.
they come back, they're going to have fun with that.
Yeah, they have
Well-
a couple creepers, but they really need to light up even this little part, or it's just going to continue to be bad. Not only with
and
this kid.
Tuffy managed to knock that creeper off so they didn't blow up their progress, but he was
But then
immediately
he
shot
died.
by cock blockers.
Yep,
I'm-
and Zaruz
I'm-
took him out.
I may be leaving. I smell KFC.
Priorities, man. Whoa. I hear a lot of...
The
Like
trap was set
TNT?
off over here.
Yeah,
The
the
first
trap
trap.
just went off the first one.
Oh, right.
So they've collected the almighty lapis, and there
All
is
that
coal behind
lapis.
us. There is coal behind it.
And I think that I forget if they drop XP when they explode. I think in the tests they did, and there was just
I think so.
XP everywhere. That 13 level is just lying on the floor.
Bit of a firefight down here. Gramps and Numb are just shooting each other, and they both have diamond armor.
Ooh, fine.
And we
Back
had
right.
more of a bridge building going on here. They're just missing. Looks like he's just missing a few blocks, but he did manage to get a little bit more bridge built. But now we have some of the cockblockers shooting. They're looking. Looks like they're attempting both bridges, the top and the center one.
That's what I
Bell
was
is
going to
now...
say.
Belloc is now in the final wool that they need. I can't remember this first or second. The water one, anyway.
Second.
Be
grey
second.
wall.
Be second. Eventually, they're going to have to get a bridge across this one way or the other, and this is very much the direct fire nightmare situation. Stuck at the first bridge, can't really make any progress. That is not a good feeling for the team.
Fellox using the torch trick to get some
And now
air.
he's going
air.
for
He's got
the
some
skeletons are going for.
Did he stop and grab the helmet?
I don't think so.
Because it doesn't
Doesn't
look like
look
he's
as
got
well.
one.
Yeah, he was using the
Yeah,
torch
yeah.
trick. He was throwing a torch on the wall. It gives him air for a
Yeah.
brief second.
And he's only in fairly basic armor, so he did well to deal with those skeletons. Didn't take too much damage.
Yeah, that's why I asked, because I was so surprised to when you said that she's doing the air trick or the torch trick.
Right, he's making his way up. Final stretch to the wool room.
And they're still trying to get across the bridge, 404. They have made a
Yeah,
tiny bit
yeah.
of progress, but 1 or 2 blocks. It's going to be a bit useless now.
All right, he has the final wool. So as soon as he gets back the victory run, this will be game. And I don't even think they're going to make it across with the bridge.
Yeah, officially we have all 3 wools collected now, assuming we can secure it, which is really not a problem with the safety rail and everything else. He should have no issue getting
Oh,
across.
they're working on that middle bridge. Doesn't look like they spot him down there working on that.
I mean, they've
Top
got
one, too.
three diamond guys holding them back, basically, and it looks like possibly Gramps might be building a cannon as well right now. He is.
Yeah, so yeah, they pretty much locked them down before they even had a chance to even make a play for the first wool.
A cannon right now would just be salt in the wound.
Yeah,
Now, where's this cannon they're going for?
just opposite the bridge.
Just to obliterate more of their bridge.
Oh, I see it.
Belloc is coming up the ladder.
Sophia's got iron armor.
A lot of mobs harassing them, though.
Yeah, Wool Not Found has definitely stopped to get armor, but it's still not helping them. And of course, by dividing their bridge building, that's that many more blocks that they have to collect, etc. And here's the cannon getting armed.
Belloc is
I'm ready for a
carrying
boom.
white and grey wool at the moment.
Oh, Tuffy Wuffy shot by him.
Here we go. Detonation here. Oh, taking out part of the bridge.
Just missed it.
Looks like he might have been going for the middle one, because by the arc it would have hit the middle one definitely.
Yeah, because they have an easier time holding off the top one.
Belloc
Oh,
now has all
misfire
3
on
wools.
the cannon. It detonated on
That's-
itself.
I think that was all their TNT gone, because one of them just had 6 TNT. Because there's practically none. The only TNT you can get is from the traps.
Alright, so Falakar are actually on a victory run right now.
Yep.
To the monument.
Run, Forest, run.
Run through the forest. What?
Stop and pop Gramps one in the face on the way.
Alright, I think 404 realizes the problem because they're trying to shoot at him, but it's already too late.
Flop.
Never call Flark.
1, 2, and
And
3.
good game.
That's it.
GG.
Oh,
18 minutes, 9 seconds, and 404 never even crossed the bridge.
very interesting to actually see it played out. A lot of interesting PvP spots, but of course you really didn't get to see much of that because the first one was a stopper.
We got
I want to
we
hear what
and
Gramps has to
Gramps.
say. Because
Yeah,
we
so-
is from my team, he's seen it a fair amount. But Gramps...
I'd love
Not
to
really,
hear
actually.
you guys' feedback.
Brad, I haven't actually, but you know.
Oh, sorry. But Gramps, I've been curious to see, because you were just given this map and go with it as far as I'm aware. You just had to practice a bit and get a strategy, so how'd it go?
Well, we basically just had a look at it and just kind of delegated responsibilities. I went and got resources. Falakar did the wolves after he ran ahead, and yeah. Is it possible if Nika could join? Because he's recording, he wants to get it all on his video.
We can rotate him out.
I'm gonna try and pull him in. Hang on.
If you, like,
Oh.
yeah, I don't know.
I suck at dragging people. There we go. Hey, Nika.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Nika.
Hey, honey.
I'll just not talk when
That was
he
all
talks
for
and-
you.
Same thing.
Good game, Nick.
Good game.
Good
Well-
game, by the way.
Nothing terribly surprising by the Cockblockers show. You guys like to push and you like to control the map and you're blitzers and you did all of those things. What specifically did you like, not like on the map? What are your thoughts?
Hang on, let me get a pen and paper.
Oh, okay. Well,
Open Word, you're sitting on a computer.
Or you can just watch the recording afterwards.
Yeah, we'll
That
do
requires
that.
effort. That requires effort. Okay,
So does getting a pen and paper.
I've got Word open.
One thing that I'd like to comment on is when there's no one covering the resources, it's really easy to get, but at the same time, if someone actually is covering you while you try to get resources, it gets
I like
very
the
difficult.
creepers. If you guys, yeah,
Yeah,
More
they're pretty fun.
We just saw
golfing.
some random creepers turn up on our lane, and it took me a second to work out that you'd found that stuff.
Yep.
And then we were like, oh, damn it.
That was kind of a spur of the moment thing.
I'm pretty sure
Since
that
you
was
guys hadn't
literally
gotten
the most
across.
fun I've ever had with a knockback sword or knockback shovel.
Yeah,
Ever.
I think that's why Brad put them in.
Fun.
Yeah, I guess
You
the thing
could, you
is,
could say that.
you're talking about the resources and how they're easy to get when there's no PvP, and then you can get really locked out if someone's covering them.
Yeah, because just there's a general lack of armor right up until the point that you get the resources. So the ladders are actually really good places to cover. But if they're not being covered, then it's an easy way to get geared up. And prevent the other team from gearing up.
Yeah. Something we found from our match experience was that if you get a team with strong PvP and a good strategy, like you guys, across the bridge first, and you have 2 people on either side in full diamond armor, it makes it does make it impossible to get across.
And
Which
that
is
was one
why
of my
we-
comments, was the diamond armor made that possible, like, fully, because then after that point it's pretty much impossible to kill the camper. And then
Yeah.
you also have the infinity bows in the map, which,
Yeah.
good game.
And then
I think-
it's like we were pain looping trying to get across there, as you probably saw. And then I just thought, okay, I'm going to dig down and try and build a bridge lower down, which worked to a point until you spotted it. Then we left it for a few minutes and came back to it after you lost interest in it, because you were
Yeah.
focusing on, I think, the mines. I don't know what you were doing, because I was still working on that bridge. We got like a third of the way across before, and then you won. So if you had had less experience with the actual walls, we might have been able to get across in that time, but we didn't.
Yeah, 404 were a bit rushed into this because we were
Yeah,
under the
of
impression
course,
all
of course.
Potion were going to do it. So we kind of had to get people together, play map now, was basically what happened.
Yeah.
Did you guys think about going all the way to the bottom and just traversing the bottom and spiraling back up the other side?
That was literally just a thought I had when I saw we're locked down. I'm just going to try something crazy and random and do that.
Yeah, there was a lot of resources down here from you guys getting shot off the top all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, this
And the
wall,
iron and diamond blocks.
this wall is 2 blocks thick, so you could make a safe tunnel up the other side, inside that wall, I guess, as well, with ladders maybe.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have plenty of trees to be able to get the wood and the saplings, and
Yeah, we were using those. I cut down a couple at the beginning.
so that's
I like-
definitely a possible strategy.
I like how you've just cut down the bottom 2 of each tree so you can just run under them.
I mean, it's not about strategy, because it gets you the iron and the diamond as well on the way across. It just would take time.
And if the match
Yeah,
is
exactly,
going a bit
exactly.
slower than this one, wouldn't be unrealistic?
The interesting thing about this map is that all 3 walls are PvP intensive. There's not a lot of PvE. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that. Now,
Especially
interesting-
with the ice and the bedrock.
Yeah, it allowed Felloc to pretty much run them single-handedly with no problems.
exactly.
Yeah, nighttime is sort of what does that part for me. I wasn't really too focused on mobs when I was making this one. There was a couple of spawners here and there to make it a bit more interesting.
Right, and honestly, because the mobs don't spawn on the ice, once you got that third wall taken care of, you didn't even have to worry about this little bit where they would spawn at the trees, because you didn't have to even come back and light that, because it was just, nothing was going to traverse all the way across all this to get to you at that point.
Yeah, and the spawners are not going to make a huge difference unless you're locked down like 404 were, because you'll just take them out on the way across while it's still daytime.
Precisely.
Yeah,
Okay,
two is
mine
just
too,
pointing out in
yeah.
my Twitch chat that you could do a ladder drop down, like from uncivil engineering style, here into the bedrock at the bottom of the ravine kind of bit, and then go across that way.
Yeah,
Ladder
although
jump.
nobody really wants to take the ladder drop unless they have to. And like you said, in 404 Will Not Found, guys were literally, it was supposed to be awkward potions kind of going in here, and that we couldn't get half of our team to even get to log on. So they literally, like 20 minutes before we started this thing, were just pulled in. So I think you guys are awesome just for going out here and trying, it doesn't matter. The cock blockers may not have had a lot of time with it. They still were pulled together and knew what they were coming to do when they got up this morning. You guys got up and got lassoed in.
Yeah, I turned on my computer at 5:02 and Brad just goes, "You're playing Meet the Map," and I'm like,
Yeah, well, we really appreciate you jumping in.
Yeah, we're glad you did. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was fun.
Act as target practice.
Great way to spend half an hour. Well, how long was the
Oh
match?
yeah. Make sure you put a ref switch in this thing.
18 minutes and 9 seconds.
Yeah, ref switches on my notes of stuff to add/change.
Well, we are going to be seeing 404 again in about 30 minutes or maybe less when we start Champions of Direct Fire. So, I don't know if you guys want to...
In case Elite Four watching, prepare to lose!
Oh god! Well,
I'm in here. I'm in here.
Prepare to lose!
And
I'm sure 404 is not going to get locked down at a bridge a second time. And
no, I'm turning on my aimbot for next match.
Well, you heard it here, guys.
I mean, oh wait a minute. No, I'm not.
You have an aimbot? What? Huh?
Okay,
I've been
that's an
accused
illegal
of it
word.
There is no such thing.
Yeah, it doesn't exist, waves hand. Okay, you guys, really thank you again so much. This is kind of why we do the Meet the Map, is to get to see something that maybe people haven't checked out before, and let the map maker hear some feedback and realize maybe someplace they can polish it or change it to make it better. And there's all sorts of maps.
I believe we may have another Meet the Map fairly soon in the next week or so as well, so keep an eye on the Champions of the Map subreddit for details of that.
I might have to do something about the bridge, but I'm not totally sure what I'll do with it yet, because I don't know.
Honestly,
We'll see what happens.
my suggestion, I don't know what you're going to change or not change, but try to arrange some set matches for like testing it and see. There are other, like people said just now, you could do a ladder drop, you could, cycle down and then, spiral back up. There may be other things, but in general, that's definitely a direct fire type of bridge, and that can be painful.
I think a very good first step would be to reevaluate the diamond and the armor situation.
Actually,
because
yeah,
that
I
allows a
did
lockdown
mention-
possibility.
I mentioned to Faderchick or Darius that he should remove some of the diamonds, like make it perhaps so that there's only one set worth.
Yeah,
Sort of,
having two people with full diamond on either end sucks.
Yeah.
And
That
in
is pretty
fact, I
devastating.
think at one point we had 3 sets.
Well, I think
Yeah.
it also goes with that. If you're going to provide that where they can get to it, you need to provide equal weapons that kind of cancel it out.
Flambeaus.
They were just flat out overpowered when we used to have them. They were.
Yeah,
Well,
but
so is diamond armor.
you can
The thing is, though,
you can
is
balance
that-
those though.
The thing is, though, is that if you increase the weapons to match the armor, when the armor goes away, suddenly you have all these overpowered weapons, and then you get imbalance.
Well, you can do things like put flambeaus with something like 5 shots on them.
Yeah, the original one was the flame bow with a stack of arrows were.
Yeah,
was
a
what
stack
we
of
had.
arrows is about right.
Brad, I have a question.
Go on.
Oh, good, you're finishing it.
I don't know
You
how to do
like
S's.
try?
I don't know how to do end in this small text. Oh no, there's an I in it.
Okay.
He likes trains.
I was gonna say, I think we like trains makes a little bit more sense. Maybe.
I forgot there was an I in trains.
I like trans.
And on that note,
On that note, this has been Meet the Map, Frozen Warfare 2F. This has been Rayman, Martin, and Honey.